Alrighty. Hello everybody, and welcome to Expeditions of Viking. We've got a fairly simple adventure today. Simple task ahead of us. If I remember right, we were going to steal some stuff. Okay. First thing we're going to do is hand this over. A man and woman lay splayed out on the floor of the farmhouse. They seem to only be able to be conscious, and the man is struggling to sit up. Come back to finish the job. Wait, you are him? Please, you must help us. Calm down, what happened? A man in blue attacked us. He stole a figurine. It's made of wood, has no value, but my grandfather carved it. Please. I'll find this man and the figurine. Thank you, thank you. Whatever else you find on him is yours to keep. Just bring me my grandfather's idol. Alright. Head up this way. Dang it. Alright. We might kill him. Good. Easy. Nobody else got hurt. Take both of those. Now we head back to here. Alright, did you find the robber? Do you have grandfather's figurine? I have it. Here you go. He takes the figurine from you with great care, inspects it for damage, then places it reverently on a nearby shelf. Thank you so much, young woman. We can't possibly repay you for what you've done. Please take this old pelt as a token of our eternal gratitude. Yay. Skills, that's right. Okay, but not spend any more on those. Let's upgrade leadership or diplomacy. You're healer type. With healing. There we are. Okay, you get to increase that and that, and we'll do that, do that, do that. Do that. Alright, Vera. No. Yes, the archer. That. Ashstein. You're a rogue. Nephew. Clear that. Sphere. Give you taunt. As well as 2 levels in spot traps. Okay. Oops. And you. Good. Increase the healing. Yeah, that's it. Okay, we can't take any of their stuff, so we'll leave. Okay. While we're here, let's just go through everybody's equipment. That's a knife. Grab that. Me. You can use sling. Blood ice is not as good. What's your weapon of choice? Axe. And put the hide armor on you, and put the cloth armor on you. No talismans. Okay. And we've got the scoundrel's flight. Okay. Alright, we head north. Grab the herbs. Anything going? At the sound of branches crunching under your feet, a young man jumps up from the campfire, sword and shield in hand, and challenges you in a voice that is surprisingly gruff for his age. Who's there? My name is Bersa Gangradadota. What are you doing here in the middle of the woods? The young man relaxes a little bit. I'm Notulfer, and this is Rikvi. We're just headed north, and I figured we'd be safer making camp in here than out on the road. So you're Notulfer. I've been asked to find you. Is that right? What are you planning to do about it? The young man immediately raises sword and shield. I know you're a thief, Notulfer, but are you a murderer? Is that equipment worth taking a life to keep? Is it worth maybe dying for? Notulfer gives you a long stare, clearly considering the case for and against. His sweetheart wraps her arms around him. Just give her the stuff, Not. You don't need it. You fight just fine without it. Her words completely deflate the young thief. Her words completely deflates. No. Her words completely deflate the young thief. After a moment's hesitation, he throws his sword on the ground at your feet and strips off the armor. Here, tell him I gave it back willingly. Alright, let's go return the stuff. Let's talk to Arnulfo. The small group is still where you last left it. The trader stands up when you enter the camp. Did you manage to track down that scoundrel Notulfer? I found him and I brought your equipment back. Trader throws his hands up in triumph. Best news I've heard in weeks. He beams as you return his stolen armor and its sword to him, checks it for damage and stashes it securely among his travel kit. Comes back with 5 fine pelts rolled up under his arms. Thank you, my friend. Now, I did say I would make it worth your while, so here's a stack of hides from the wagon. You earned them. Yay! And we gotta do this quest. So I think we've done all of the Act 1 side quests now. Okay, let's go into town. Let's go talk to Oddkill. The man who meets you as you enter the hamlet is dressed in the plain clothes of a farmer, but a tangled web of talismans around his neck indicates his position in the community. His demeanor is polite but cautious. Egoxel, warriors, I am Oddkel the Godi. What errand brings you through our small village? We're here to visit the grave upon the hill. Ah, indeed. Then I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but that grave is closed under my protection, and that of our community. It is a dark place where an ancient king lies buried, and the underground ones guard his treasure jealously. Who are the underground ones? Those creatures who live beneath the earth. Dwarves, elves, the spirits of the ancestors. Those who enter the grave are never seen again. What can be done to gain the favor of such creatures? He smiles purely out of politeness. For what purpose? that we may be brought luck on a long voyage. His gaze is vacant in a way that makes you think you might have given him any reason. And his answer would be the same. A noble cause, worthy of our aid. However, powers that dwell in that place are not so benevolent. Such a thing requires a sacrifice. I knew you'd say that. The underground ones require a life. A human life. I have no problem with that. He smiles again, and the gleam in his eyes tell you it's sincere. Very good. I shall gather the most faithful and prepare the altar. Bring your sacrifice to the pond in the forest, near where you arrived. We will meet you there. Hmm. Um... A man waves at you as you are walking away from Oddkill. He appears to be around 20 winters, tall but rather thin. He seems to be making a valiant attempt at stealth. Hey, you. There? Greta? He stares uncertain at the large woman. Yes? Oh, of course you don't remember me. We only knew each other for a day. You were no older than 10. Were you trying to get our attention? Yes, I was. Yes, I saw you talking to my father. Was it about the tomb? Maybe. Why are you asking? Does he ask you for a sacrifice? Yes, he did. We're to meet him in a glade nearby. Sometimes people just go in there without asking. They never come out again. What are you saying? What happens to them? The underground ones keep them. Have you ever seen them? His foot idly draws the crescent in the snow. No. If you go near the entrance at night, sometimes you can hear the sounds they make, like screams. You sound like you'd like to find out what's in there. I've always wanted to go in, but Father won't let me. He won't let any of us in. Then help us get in there and we'll see for ourselves. I'm curious, but I'm not stupid. Father would be furious if I let anyone in. You're saying it's possible, though. Greta nods. Father has 2 totems that he lends to people when they need to represent him. If you show the totem to the guards, they'll let you right in. He carries one with him at all times. I could get a hold of the other, but it's just not worth it. Forget it then. We'll find our own way in. Or I could make it worth your while. How's that? Fair cut of the old king's treasure. Quarter of what we find. He stares at you through a squint. You can almost hear the wheels turning in his head. Half. Don't be greedy, Greta. I think a quarter of the treasure is more than fair. You go over the plan, outlining the contributions and the risks associated with each person's part in it. Making sure to play up how integral each member of your herd will be. Greta appears to be convinced. Alright, a quarter. And you tell me everything about what you find in there. Meet me at the watchtower just north of here in an hour's time. I'll get the token for you. Thank you. Good luck. The young man nods resolutely and saunters away in the direction of the temple. Alsleif clears his throat. If we need somebody to serve as our sacrifice, that blithering idiot might be a good candidate. Nefia gives Alsleif a long look. That would be cruel. Besides, surely his father would respond poorly to that. The warrior crosses his arms. Kill him, strip his clothes, cut off his head. Nobody will know. Everyone is looking at Alsleif like they can't believe what he's saying. The blonde warrior shrugs. It was just a suggestion. Though it would be cold-blooded murder, I still find it preferable to sacrificing one of our own. What to do? I've only got one thrall right now. We'll wait. You find a more secluded spot to wait a short distance from the tower. Roughly 1 hour later. Greta's arrival is foreshadowed by heavy footsteps through grass crunching with frozen dew. He approaches quickly, with Odkel's token held in an outstretched arm in front of him. I have it. He doesn't suspect a thing. Must hurry before he wakes. Thank you. We'll go at once. He rubs his hands together, excited like a child. I'll wait in front of the tomb when you come out again. Good luck. Let's go. Reading. 4 people, 3 men and 1 woman. 1 woman stand on either side of the entrance to the passage grave, chatting casually with one another. As if the concept of full-time guards to protect a burial mound in the middle of nowhere isn't unusual enough. They all appear to be uncommonly well armed. All the guards draw their weapons when you approach the big stone slab that blocks the entrance to the grave. The woman speaks. Hello, sir. What's your business? I've been instructed to show you this. The guards exchange looks. The woman drops her guard to examine the token more closely, and she nods to the others. We'll get the door for you. Those words somewhat understate the effort involved, as it takes two of the men several minutes to push the stone far enough away from the entrance that you can squeeze through. A strange, musky smell emanates from the opening, and you think you can hear something shuffling within. Bum 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 ba dum bum bum. A sharp stench of like a garbage heap makes you gag as you inch past the stone and into the tomb within. Much to your surprise, faintly flickering candles light the room ahead. A few steps down the corridor, you smell something beneath the rot. A flat earthen smell that seems to settle on your tongue. You start to feel lightheaded. The corridor is only a dozen steps long, but you feel like you've somehow walked a mile before you're out of it. One by one, your companions stagger woozily out of the corridor behind you, blinking in the dim light. Roskva speaks in a hushed, anxious tone. There's someone here, or something, beyond the ground ones. They're in the shadows. Nephia shakes her head to try and clear the fog. It can't be. It can't be real. The shadows are moving in the room ahead. You hear a low groan and metal scrapes across the mouldy dirt floor. Your head is spinning. Alright. Nope. Dang it. And I can't do anything else.
That's right. I see the fear in your eyes.
And we go all the way up. Oh dear. That's worse.
Idiot girl.
And that's the worstest. Okay. Go and deal with that. Perfect. That's the next wave. That's bad. That's very, very bad.
This looks like a wonderful place for a nap.
And you go there. Now we'll brace. And now we wait.
At least I lived with honor.
Very good. Okay. Okay. And then we go here, smash. Down.
The bastard got me!
Can't see. What's happening?
And swing. That's fine. A little less fine. skeleton. Okay. I'll think of a better strategy. Okay. Um, 2 hours later. Grab everything that's not nailed down. Foot biter. The stone slab is mostly covered with old trinkets made from bronze and silver. Some of the coins, goblets, and bands are caked in decades or centuries of dust. But it looks like almost half of the items have been removed very recently. Kettle stares wide-eyed at the loot. There must be a fortune here. Perhaps 30 hides worth or more. Everyone load up, we're cleaning this place out. You and your herdmen fill your sacks and satchels with trinkets until nothing remains on the stone. You pause to wipe the dust off your hands and listen to the silence that fills the grave. If the spirits of the dead are angry with you, they're keeping it to themselves. We almost won. You're the last to leave the claustrophobic darkness of the tomb. The haze lifts from your mind when you are merged into the fresh air once more. As expected, Greta is waiting for you outside the grave. The guards are keeping their distance, and Greta beckons you closer out of their earshot. Greta's voice vibrates with anticipation. What did you find? Was the treasure there? Did you meet the underground ones? We were attacked by figures. It must have been them. He stops himself just short of clapping from the excitement. I knew it. I knew they were real. What about the treasure? What did you find? The treasure was gone. It must have been looted long ago. Greta's face is the very image of disappointment. Oh man, We're sure the treasure is real. Just another one of their lies. I'm always the butt of everyone else's jokes. At least no harm came of this whole thing. Thanks for telling me what you found. Head hanging so low, his chin is touching his chest, Greta slinks back towards the hamlet. Alright. Take everything. What am I crafting right now in town? Ah, we're building the pier. Right. Alright, stop here. Okay. You can't do healing. No, you can. How much medicine do we got? 19. Do that. Heal. Do that. And I'll get you to heal. Okay. Okay. Good. Good, 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 good. What do we need for that? 100 wood. 25 wood. Let's see. Um, what do I want to upgrade? That one would be good. Alright, let's work on upgrading. Rations I'm not too worried about. Good. And we enter this area. I only have one medicine. Shit. What do I need? 8 of them. I wonder. Um, all right. What to do? Who's got the highest risk? You do, but I don't have the resources. Right, so we're gonna just work on you. I need Lots of medicine. Oh boy, this is bad. Speaking of which. Nice. Come on, don't crash. Please don't have crashed. Good. Calling of the Sea. Okay. Let's see what you have. What do you sell? Valuables and stuff. Okay, you don't sell what I need. You do sell medicine. Perfect. 4 meat for 1 medicine. Perfect. How many herbs? That is a great deal. Some other time. Now we can leave. Got what I needed. Yeah. Okay. Heal. Your arm. Heal. There. Okay. Not great. Don't have enough bloody resources. The acrid stench of smoke draws your attention to a tree off the side of the path, 100 paces uphill. It smoulders still, the trunk blackened and split in twain by the force of a lightning bolt. What was once a stout oak tree now stands split apart as though a great force burst from within it. In the jagged wounds, you see wood turned to charcoal and dusted in white ash. Embers still burn at the heart of it. Cup of mead to gain Thor's favor. You pour 2 wooden mugs of sweet mead. One you place reverently at the base of the tree for when Odin's son might again pass this place. The other you drink in the honor of the Aesir. As you turn to leave, a shrill call draws your attention. A pair of crows perch amongst the ruined branches. One of them stares pointedly at you with black, inscrutable eyes. Get all my injured people. Maybe... what's her name? There she is. Maybe she can do some healing. Some of my herdmen have been injured. Will you treat them? Yeah, look, Sel, my dear. Yours is a face I don't see too often. You need old Hilda's help? Oh, the poor dears. Of course I'll help. Here, let me see. Finally. An hour or so later, they're all fine. There you go. Just let that sit. Time and sleep will take care of the rest. I'll swing by once in a while. My training area. Looking good. There's my... yeah. That little thing. Good. Ah, but I've got a palisade wall as well. Alrighty. Not quite there yet. 6 more points. And if I give everybody that sleeping one, that makes them so much stronger. Because it means they can do more activities. Give everybody the same stuff. Grab them. Get you. Grab you. And why not? And you're good. Okay. Grab everything that I can. We've done everything. How much? Wait, how much time have we? Alright, 6th of March, we need to be done by the 17th. Alright, we're just going to use this area. Don't need to build anything. We don't need to do that. Hunting. Scout. Scout. Guard. Hunt. Preserve. You cook. Guard. You preserve. Preserve. Oh, no. Reserve. Scout. And scout. Scout. Hunt. Hunt. More hunting. More hunting. Scout. Scout. And scout. Oop, found something of interest. $20 wood. Fantastic. Another 20 wood. Fantastic, even more. You don't have to do anything today. And okay, you need to guard. Okay. And what did we find? Oops. Oh, 3 things. More wood. More wood. Hey, what do you know? More wood. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Wait, what's this? Okay. All right. Make the camp. In the morning, as your herd are packing down the camp and preparing to move out, you notice a hole. Alright, you lose some rations. Alright, how much longer until that's finished? 11 hours. Land prosperity increased. Now, do I want passive income, or do I want merchants? Or do I want roads? I think roads will be more beneficial. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a market. Five days. I'm gonna hit the Reeb. See if I can get some thralls, because I'll need those. Your herd is taking a shortcut across a frozen lake. You've just reached the other side when a loud crunching noise nearly makes you jump. Where Leafa was walking moments before, all you now see is a long jagged hole in the ice. The rest of your herd quickly covers the rest of the distance to the shore. You jump in and help myself. You quickly ditch your equipment on the shore, jump back onto the ice and dive into the hole. The water is clear but dark. It takes you a moment to locate the archetype. I think that's a bug. You grab her firmly with both arms and kick off against the soggy lake floor. Despite the darkness encroaching your vision, quickly locate the hole and emerge out of the water, gasping for air. Thanks to the quick response and deft rescue, Leafa didn't spend too long in the cold depths. You let her dry herself off and sit for some time wrapped in blankets until everyone is ready to continue. Alright, I'll stop here. And we'll feast. Faint, sickly, sweet stench of carrion hangs in the wind. Ahead you see the dark forms of crows flapping eagerly against the pale sky. As you approach, you find signs of battle and blood-soaked soil. Several bodies litter the area and the dark birds have begun their feast. You decide to search the area. With raised voices and flailing arms, you chase away the crows who take wing with raucous protest. Then you set about the grim task. I've seen this one before. Scavenge but leave an offering. Got some more wood from that. Take, not you, take you, and you. You. Get foot blighter. Yeah, the market was over here. Was it you? Who sells thralls? You do. All right, all done. Mm-hmm. 3 more days until I have a market. We don't need that. Let's go to this campsite. It's a good campsite. And yep, in 1 hour I'll be switching over to the other game. Alright, We need lots of preserving. You're not going to have enough meat to process into rations. That's fine. Yeah, we're good. Yay. Ooh. More wood. More wood. More wood. See, what's the date? Okay, we're gonna head back. I'll take... No, Gunnar, Adis, and Elslif. Okay. Yeah, we're fine now. Now we can skip ahead. Finish up our... Finish up the first act. Looks like things are really coming together. Thorfinn has already laid down the whole of the new ship. The Reaver, was it? And I see you've recruited a full crew. They seem like a solid bunch. Are you ready to begin the real preparations? We have a lot to do if you're to set sail when the ice is gone. You won't have more time to roam around the countryside. All uncompleted optional content in Denmark will become unavailable once you end the campaign. Are you sure you wish to do this now? I have done everything in Denmark. Yep, I have done everything. Yep, I'm happy with this party. Confirmed. Yeah, I like what I've got. There we go. Everyone has gathered on the shore to watch as your beautiful new longship is launched. Astrida takes in the scene with this kind of pride only a mother can display. If only Gangrada was here to see this, your herd gathered in front of your ship. He would be so proud. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I feel like the whole world is at my feet. Her smile makes her look a decade younger. You're so like your father, and me in my youth. It is a big world out there, and dangerous. Take good care of yourself. Now goodbyes only get more difficult the longer you put them off. May the winds of the gods fill your sails, my daughter. I have a boat. I have a pretty boat. market now. Where is my market? There it is. Let's get some roads. Rurik, let's say bye-bye. Your brother stands on the beach with his hands folded behind his back. Sensing your presence behind him, begins to slump. I see no hope or glory up there. When I gaze across the ocean, all I see is absence and loss. I see my little sister disappearing into the horizon, on a beautiful longship with her devoted friends and hostels never to return. Don't be so dramatic. I will return. I'm sorry. You're a grown woman and you're my teen now. But to me, you'll always be my little sister. The shame I feel because I dare not follow you is overwhelming. You fret for no reason. You're right. Of course you're right. You've never given me any reason to doubt you, and yet I can't help but worry. He turns and pulls you into a warm embrace. Take care of yourself, Birsa. Without you, all would be what? You would all be lost. Nefia walks up to you, followed by a dark cloud. I need your help. I haven't told none that I'm leaving. Can you please come? Of course. Thank you. I really don't think I can handle her myself. Come on. Our slave is talking to Albion and Grimkel. The conversation falls silent when you enter earshot. It's a fine ship Thorfinn built. She's sure to carry you safely across any sea. Our slave nods approvingly. It's a beautiful ship indeed. Thorfinn's craftsmanship has brought honor to us all. The ship is fine, yes, but it's the crew that will make it strong. Grimkel and Albion seem to contemplate this for a moment. Our slave nods sagely. Well said. There's no telling for what we'll find over there, but with me as your bannerman, you have nothing to fear. You are the strongest warrior among us, but don't let it get to your head. Humility is a pretense. I speak what I believe to be the truth. Is your family not here? My family is not pleased about recent events. They wish for me to stay here to help on the farm and protect the clan. My father and I have settled matters already. I saw no reason for him to be here now. Are you ready to go? I was just partying with my friends. I'm ready to leave when you are. What a ship. Never knew Thorfinn had it in him. I feel bad asking him to mend my roof now. Be careful out there, Birsa. Isn't she beautiful, strong yet fast, intimidating with a spacious hold? I shall never build anything so impressive again. Gunnar is breathing in the salty sea air with a contented look on his face. He turns and raises a closed fist in greeting as you approach. We've chosen a good morning to sail out. Clear skies, calm water. I have no one here to say farewell to, but I know how hard it is to part for the first time. Take as long as you need. Got anyone waiting for you at home? No one who expects me to return. Maybe I'll see them again one day. If they don't see me first. What do you think we'll find over there? From what I've heard, large, rich temples built right up against the coast. Undefended and ripe for picking clean. Between you and me, I hope they're not entirely undefended. I could use a good victory after that last battle. Can I trust you, Gunnar? As long as you give me a fair share of the loot, you can trust me to plant an axe in the skull of anyone who gets in your way. I'll be back when we're ready to set sail. Gunnar nods once and turns his eyes back to the sea. Moskva drifts like a low fog towards the beach, a single sack slung carelessly across her shoulder. She gives you a quiet nod. Where do I put my stuff? Anywhere you want. Is this all you have? Pretty much. One change of clothes and a whole bunch of things you don't want to know about. One change of clothes? I live in a bog with an old woman. Moskva nods in nephew's direction. I don't have occasion to make myself sparkle like the warrior princess over there. How did Holder take the news? She's not really there today. I kind of didn't tell her I was leaving. Who's going to look after her? Adis's boys promised to check in on her every morning, and Daghay will visit with dinner in the evening. It's not right to just sneak out on her like that. Yeah. Are these all your possessions? Got enough supplies to ply your trade? For a few weeks. Hopefully we can scrounge up some more where we're going. How do you feel? Pretty good. Askville looks out across the ocean, calm crystal blue stretching as far as the eye can see. I've never really left this village before. There's a first time for everything. She shrugs. Her face betrays no emotion. I guess. Alright, get on the ship and make yourself at home. Single dispassionate nod. Sure. You find Kettle next to several sacks of equipment on the shore, exchanging a few last parting words with Lotta and Sigrid. Sigrid pulls Kettle in for a warm embrace. Her eyes glisten in the morning sun. Take care of yourself out there, kid. We're both really proud of you. I wish I could go with you, but Sig wouldn't survive without me. Sigrid laughs heartily while wiping away her tears, nearly poking out an eye in the process. He's awful, but he's right. We are proud of you. It takes great courage to follow your friends into danger. You've become a hell of a hunter. Not as good as my wife, of course, but I know you'll keep everyone well fed. Kettle crosses his arms and grins at Lot. And it's good your wife is such a skilled hunter too, old man. Or you'd starve to death without me. While Kettle and Lot exchange ever less subtle insults to make each other laugh, as Sigrid tugs gently on your sleeve and pulls you away for a hushed appeal. I told Kettle to watch out for you. I'm telling you to watch out for him. Kettle is like a brother to me. Your father was the strongest warrior I've ever known. His men loved him and he'd undertaken countless journeys in his life. Whatever he found over there, it claimed his life regardless. You, Kettle, Nefer, you're all so young. I know you probably feel invincible, but you need to watch out for each other. We're not the ones who need to watch out. It's whoever we meet on those islands. Sigrid shakes her head with a smile. So cocksure. Take care that doesn't get you all killed. May the wind carry you safely home. Sigrid walks back to Lot and Kettle for a few more parting words and another hug. At last it looks like everything that needed saying has been said and Kettle extracts himself from his mentors to join you again. I didn't expect it to be so easy to say goodbye. This goodbye is not forever. We'll be back soon enough. He winks. And we'll be bringing so much treasure the ship will barely remain afloat on the return trip. Well, I'll get my things on board. See you on the ship when you're ready. Adis. Adis's sons have been helping her haul her equipment onto the ship. Her late husband's uncle has come out to say goodbye. You boys take care of your granduncle now. Can't very well handle the farm himself. You'll need to make up for it in my You'll need to make up for my absence. The youngest son is struggling to maintain his composure. You won't be fighting, right? Up to the things, Volkel. Gonna do whatever it takes to keep everyone safe. I should be going instead of you. Thorvaldo is 19 winters. Old enough to fight. Been over this. Not having that discussion again. Not now. Come back soon. Adis swallows hard. Back before you know it. Then you boys won't ever want for anything again. They both just sort of nod and stare at their feet. Edith pulls them both in for another hug. Then she nods solemnly to her uncle-in-law and turns toward the ship. You sure they'll be alright without you here? When their dad was Thorvald's age, he crossed half the country on his own. About time their old mother stops coddling those two. Come on, only getting harder the longer we wait. They'll do far. We got stuff to loot. Honourable Thane, welcome to my humble stall. I heard you had undertaken new works of construction and have come to offer you my services. Let me look at your wares. I'll show you what I have, but until you manage to enrich your clan, you may not like the prices. That's expensive. That's very expensive. Let's buy 20 rations. I'll return if I need something. Nephew's mother Bjorgdis is standing in the doorway to her house, arms crossed with a concerned expression on her face. Ursa, aren't you expected on the ship? Nephew has something to say to you. Nephew takes a deep breath. I'm leaving, Mum. My Thane needs me. Bjorgdis' face turns very pale very quickly. No, you can't. You have to stay here. You can't go. It's dangerous. I know it's dangerous, but I'm still going. I knew Bersa was a bad influence. Crazy girls have always been horrible for each other. You want to meet a pointless end in some distant land. Your sister and I need you. Here. Curses, Mom. You've already got a Fura. Just for once trust that I know what's best for me. Nephew's mother turns to you and her voice rises by at least an octave. Please, Bersa, go if you insist. But don't take my daughter. I need your daughter more than you do. She's among my closest friends. How dare you? No matter how close you two are, this is about family. I will not lose my daughter to the same foolish adventures that took her father. Nephew's twin sister glides up behind their mother and puts a gentle hand on her shoulder. Ifura is still clad in her night clothes, but has covered herself in 2 layers of woven blankets. Apart from her pale and spotless skin, she looks exactly like Nephia. They even wear their hair the same way. Mum, you're making a scene. Rogdis turns to pull Ifura into her arms. Oh, my sweet girl, your sister wants to leave us. Ifura's voice is soft and gracious, completely lacking the forcefulness of her sister. Let her go, Mum. Nephew is meant for bigger things than this life. Bjorgdis makes a face like her daughter just stabbed her in the heart. How can you say that? You knew about this? This isn't about you or me, Bjorgdis. The purpose of this expedition is to save our village and our clan. But I can't do that without your daughter. I need you to say goodbye so we can leave. That seems to take the air out of her. Her lip quivers as she looks at Nefia. Then she finally pulls her daughter into a tight hug. Ophira squeezes in there with a slight smile on her face. My sweet Nefia, you've become such a strong and beautiful woman. Bildis releases her daughters and takes one step back. My heart breaks to see you leave, but your father would be so proud of you. I know I'll see you again. Nefia is doing an admirable job of not crying. I love you, Mum. She turns to Ophira and pulls her braid slightly. And you too, you insufferable brat. I'll bring your daughter home in good condition, I promise. Nefia hugs both of them before you set off back towards the beach. She turns several times on the way to wave happily but at the two of them. Nothing to thank. You don't owe me anything, friend. And now we'll set sail for the distant land of the land that's in the distance. The British Isles. Pardon me. Grab everything that's not nailed down. Alright, and we've got roads being constructed. That'll take 3 days of crafting. You stand at the bow and count your crew. Everyone is on board now, getting acquainted with the ship, running hands along the wood, tugging at the ropes. Those who have shields slide them into the slots along the railing. Sacks of personal belongings are stashed below the boards. Finally, they pick their seats according to size and arms strength. Turn to you, waiting. You can no longer postpone it. You need to pick a bannerman. The title of bannerman denotes the most trusted member of your herd, your second in command, who you can expect to deal with a little more often than the other members of your herd. Choose my bannerman. Oh boy. Osleif would be good. He'd call me out if I'm bullshit. Alright, Osleif. Osleif stands and grasps your arm firmly. Pride shines brightly from his face. I will serve you well, Bersa. I will follow you into Valhalla if I must. You have my word. Friends and family are still gathered further up on the shore, out of earshot of casual conversation, but close enough to hear any rousing pep talk you might attempt. Thank you all for joining me on this expedition. None of you owe me your allegiance. Most of you have reasons to stay behind. Yet you've chosen to leave your home and your loved ones and follow me into great danger in a distant land. Your herdmen look around each other, nodding and smiling. They are all of them surrounded by people they can trust. I will not squander the trust you've placed in me. Your lives and your health are my main concern. We're all hoping for wealth and glory, but what use are such things if we are not alive and well to enjoy them? Laughter and scattered shouts of hear, hear carry across the cold morning wind blowing over the bay. The gods do not favor the cautious, so today we seize our own fate. Just as each of us ultimately travel alone to Valhalla, we must all find the strength within ourselves to face whatever dangers await us. Your warriors bang their weapons against each other and stomp their feet against the boards of the ship. Battle cries arise from the crowd assembled on the shore. Whatever you were before now, you are Vikings. Final ear-shattering burst of clapping, stomping, whooping, and banging of weapons erupts as you finish your speech. The crowd seems to be competing with your crew to make the most noise. A ruckus is barely reduced as you take your seat and signal for your herdmen to seize their oars and take the ship out of the bay. Soon, the elegant curves of the Reaver cut smoothly through the water toward the British Isles. Oh, nice. $7.89. We've got a lot to do. But first, we attempt to scan. A couple waiting in front of your longhouse, vaguely familiar, but you don't manage to place them until the woman locks eyes with you and closes the distance. They're the desperate parents you met in front of the troll tree in the marsh. There you are. She bows deeply in front of you. You saved our son. Behind her, her husband gently pushes a young boy towards you. He looks quite shy. This is the woman we told you about, who wisely shared the medicine in the marsh. Do you have anything to say to her? The boy stares at his feet as he speaks. Thank you, Thane. It was the right thing to do. You didn't have to come all the way here just to give thanks. We had to make the trip so our son could see the face of his savior. We have another child on the way, a daughter. With your permission, we'll name her Bersa. I would consider that a great honor. The husband joins his family before you. In his hand, he carries a bundle of silver trinkets, tightly wrapped in wool. We've brought you this gift from our whole village. Please accept it with our eternal thanks. Thank you. Another long sequence of bows and thanks follow before you manage to extricate yourself from the small family. They wave happily back to you as they leave Skjern. How's your family doing? They are facing much hardship. The poor prosperity of your domain is felt particularly strongly in the other homesteads. It is my hope that our efforts to bring wealth and allies back from the British Isles will improve their situation. Let me ask you about the rest of the herd. What do you think about Roskva? Which makes me uneasy. Do not know what dark powers she consorts with, but she knows how to treat a wound. So I see your wisdom in bringing her along. Edis? Edis treats me with respect, and I do my best to return it. Her skill as a cook cannot be denied, and in general I find her to be a great asset in camp. On the field of battle, I must admit she has impressed me. I don't think she belongs there. Her sons give her something to fight for, but purpose is no good substitute for bloodlust. Gunnar? Elslave crosses his arms. Gunnar the Peaceful is an unhinged maniac, and he will get us all killed. Is that good enough? So I'll never understand why you let him join. True, he's a monster on the field of battle, and that would be fine if we could count on his allegiance. But his allegiance is to gold and silver, not to you. How do you feel about Kettle? Kettle and I don't get along. His sense of humor and his lack of restraint when to use it vexes me greatly. I recognize his value to the herd, but if Sigrid had been willing to come in his place, I would have considered that a great trade. And Nefja? She has become a strong shield maiden. We still disagree on many things, and old resentments linger between us, but there is no doubt she is fiercely loyal and determined to serve you well. See you back on the ship. Hello, Bessa. It's always good to see you and the crew back from your voyage safe and sound. Skjern is a much more lively place when you're all here. I need some equipment from you. Actually no. Do you not have any salvage to sell? I'm very sorry. I have no materials suited for arms and armor. I can just about muster enough scraps to repair a broken pot. If you need good steel, you'll have to find it elsewhere. But of course, if you bring it to me, I'll be happy to make anything you need with it. Give me a shield. Take care until next time. It's probably some legendary equipment. Alright, let's go. And once we've made it to the next territory, days. We'll take Bera, Elslif, Ruskva, Nefja, and Gunnar. Men and women watch you disembark from rocks above, silhouetted against the light grey sky. Down on the beach, two brave youngsters keep a close eye on the mysterious strangers and their imposing warship. Nephia's boots sink into the sand as she jumps the few feet from the ship, weapon in hand. I see a path up the cliffs to the south. They'll be expecting us. Gunnar grips his axe, clearly pleased to feel its weight in his hand. No, they know we're coming, but they won't be expecting us. Gertil staggers as he feels the firm ground sway beneath him. After days of sailing, shading his eyes with a hand, he looks up at the stone building that towers above the cliffs. If we've come for riches, I'd say we found it. Look at that fortress. If the plan is to attack that hole, I hope this coast is as undefended as the rumors made it out to be. A king who can afford a building like that can also afford to retain warriors to protect it. Roscoe speaks barely loud enough to hear over the roar of the surf. It's not a fortress, I think. It has an air of sanctity about it. I could be wrong, but Adis is already tossing sacks of supplies onto the beach, making ready to establish a camp. Getting ahead of yourselves, sweethearts. Smoke didn't come from that building. There's a village above those cliffs. You should go say hi. We're gonna scout things out. Rest of you drag up the ship and make camp. Okay, well, I think this is a good place to call it for Expeditions Viking. Raiding a distant land. Alright, but I'm going to be switching over to Trails of Cold Steel 4 in just a moment. So don't go anywhere. I will be back momentarily. But if you're only here for Expeditions Viking, thank you for joining. And next week we will go do some conquering of the British Isles. Alright. Well, yeah. So yeah, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with Trails of Cold Steel 4.